There's one more thing I'd like to do before lunch, and it's a demonstration. And for that, I'm going to need a demonstration subject. And what that means is, I'm going to ask for one person to come up here and describe a problem. Not your worst nightmare, but something that upsets you a bit, puts you into a bit of a less than resourceful state. It can involve other people or places or whatever it might be. And I'm just going to ask you to talk about that. And then I'm going to ask you to talk about it in different ways that are a bit weird and wacky. I'm not going to give you any solutions. We're only going to talk about the problem, similar to what you've just done now, but doing a few other interesting things. So I'm going to go and get a chair in the room next door for you, whoever you are, and you already know who you are. So you may as well stand up and start to make your way here. Don't be shy. I know you all want to be demonstration subject, and it means that you're all going to get a turn. But there's always something special in it for the person that comes up here to be our demonstration subject, because, as I've told you already.
Can it be something just a small thing? It hasn't got something to do with the issue we discussed here, but another thing.
Thank you. Well, give us a round of applause. Yes, Naomi. And a round of applause for our first demonstration subject. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, she got the embedded command, you see.
Well, maybe I'm talking about an X problem. That's good.
We'll find out about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Naomi, did you get an answer to that inquiry? Yeah?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad you did. Sorry to kind of have my back to you, yeah? You can see enough?
Yes.
Okay. Right. First of all, notice our seat configuration here. When you go out and do your exercises, please avoid facing each other straight on, okay? Because, well, it might be a bit confrontational for some people. In your face, so to speak. So when you're going to do coaching or apply this in a clinical setting or whatever, we never sit directly in front of each other. We sit a comfortable distance apart. This might be a bit too close for some people, but we're doing the best we can with the space we've got available. And we're sort of facing each other, but not straight on. Okay? Less invasive. All right. Thank you for coming up, Sandy. So, I know it's a bit of a strange thing, you know, first time demonstration subject at a new course, and there's these people you've only known for a day and a half. Can you believe that?
No.
Do you feel like you've got to know people much more than you normally would in just a day and a half?
That's it.
Okay. So you can imagine how you're going to feel with all these wonderful people by the end of day 7. So you can start to feel that wonderful about them already, can't you? That's lovely. So what we're going to do is build rapport, make some comments that are rapport building. You know, that's kind of what we're doing here. And what I'm going to ask you to do is describe to me a challenge in your life, a problem, something you've got in mind, which is why you've come up here. And talk about that in as much detail as you'd like to. You can share what you'd like to share about it, and just describe it in your own words.
Well, I'll actually describe the problem that Sam and I did the exercise with now.
Okay, all right.
Because strangely enough, I'm going to find it more difficult to talk about it now than I did when I was talking to Sam, because it doesn't feel as intense.
Okay. Tell us how it is a problem to you now, whatever there is still of it.
The problem actually is, when we did our first exercise I can't even remember what it was now, but anyway, and Sam said, oh, I didn't get so many right. I immediately blamed myself for not doing something. And that was the reason that maybe she didn't get them right, maybe I didn't move correctly, maybe I did the wrong thing with my eyes. And it's something I tend to do in my everyday life, is blame myself for things that are negative for other people,
okay,
or things that go wrong. If someone falls, I'll blame myself. That is my problem.
Okay.
But you see, I can't describe it the way I did before.
However, and I suppose that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But for now, can you tell me the types of things you would say to yourself when you're blaming yourself? What would be the internal dialogue when you're blaming yourself?
If I had done this, this wouldn't have happened.
If I had done this, this wouldn't have
yeah.
happened. Okay. Would that be a typical example? Is there anything else?
I can't even think of my internal dialogue, because my dialogue, I apologize. I apologize to the person. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But meanwhile, I've done nothing wrong.
Oh. So you're saying, I'm sorry, if I had done this, it wouldn't have happened.
No, I'm not even saying that if I had done it. I just apologize.
So you'd be saying, I'm sorry to somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're sorry because if you'd done something, then it wouldn't have happened.
Well, I kind of blame myself
Uh-huh.
for it happening.
And when you blame yourself, what kind of thoughts are associated with that?
If only I had done this, or if only I had done that.
If only I had done this, if only I had done that. Okay, thank you so much. All right, that's good information. Enough for this exercise. Because what I'm going to ask you to do now is just say, if only I had done this, and if only I had done that, in a slightly different way. So if you could say it twice as fast, how would that sound?
If only I'd done that.
If only I'd done this, if only I'd done that. I mean, all right. Can you say it that fast? If only I'd done this, if only I'd done that.
If only I'd done this, or if only I'd done that.
Okay. How about a bit faster?
I think I can.
Give it a go. As fast as you, even if you fumble with the words, just...
If only I'd done this, if only I'd done that.
Oh, I like the way it comes. Okay, add that to it. A little bit of a high pitch.
Yeah.
If only I'd done this, if only I'd done that. Give that a go.
If only I'd done this, if only I'd done that.
Oh, all right. Good. How about if you really slowed it down? If only I'd done this, if only I'd done that. Give it a go. Let's see how it works.
If only I'd done this. If only I'd done that.
Wow. Listen to that. Now, how about when you whisper it? If only I'd done this. If only I'd done that. Adds another dimension to it. How about, if only I'd done this, if only I'd done that. Nice and loud.
If only I'd done this, if only I'd done that.
Okay. That's cool. Let's add this one. A kind of laughter to it.
Don't do this demo thing, believe me.
And there'll not be another one as wacky as this, I promise.
Believe me.